subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Did y'all hear there's a story coming out of Georgia where this brother, quote unquote, black dude, got killed by his white girlfriend. The brother's name was Telvin Osborne. Her name is Hannah Cobb. And she shot him, but they wouldn't arrest this white woman. They wouldn't arrest her. They would not arrest her. And a lot of people like, how come y'all not arresting her? She gave some excuse that she was cleaning her gun and then accidentally shot him. So people are like, hey, wait a minute now. So there was some public outcry and they eventually arrested her. And some people were kind of questioning the guy's background. They were questioning his background, like, hey, where is he from? And there was some non-FBAs who got upset that some foundational Black Americans were questioning his lineage. They were like, oh, this is where we at now. Before you have empathy for somebody's death, you got to find out where they're from and all this stuff. And truth be told, unfortunately, yeah, you kind of have to do that now because we don't want to sit up here stomping for this person trying to get justice, and then we see that this person was a Sambo, just like that. Remember the Nigerian dude who got killed by his white girlfriend? His family is out here, "Ooh, help us, oh, we need to rock together." And then we look up old tweets and he's calling us all types of akadas and all types of shit. And we're like, oh, it's like that. So, family, in this case, with this gentleman, the Telvin guy, some people dug up his tweets and people are still kind of looking in his background. People are still not sure what his background is. Some people say he might be Caribbean. People are still looking in his background. But they done pulled up some old tweets where he was like, white girl, this, ooh, I love the white, allegedly. These are some of his alleged old tweets where white girl this and white girl that, ooh, white girls thumbing up white girl, just hollering about how much he loved white women. And there was a tweet talking about he F a dog before he F a black bitch and real greasy stuff. So if these tweets that are allegedly from him or if they're accurate, you do have a valid reason to have reservations for going out here stumping for people if they are harmed by one of their white significant others. There was another sister down in Mississippi a couple of years ago. She was dating a white cop or something like that, and then he ended up offing her. And then her family's out here like, ooh, we need justice. And then we pull up her old tweets. She's, ooh, Blue Lives Matter, black men ain't shit, and whoop-de-whoop, and just going on and on about black men. And got her a white zaddy who offed her. See, that's a very tragic thing. There was another brother down in Texas who's one of them white women loving dudes. Oh, I love white women. Where the white women at? Man, ain't no racism. We all, damn, all that complaint about racism and people, his background was kind of shaky. People were saying that he might have been non-FBA, but he was like, yeah, I don't know all this police brutality. If you know how to act around the police, you gonna be all right. Police ain't never did nothing to me. He's on social media just sucking off the police. So he went somewhere. There was an altercation with some people fighting, and then the police showed up. This dude tried to shake a cop's hand. The cop shot him to death. He tried to kiss this cop's ass. The cop was like, oops, I'm being threatened, and then shot this dude. But that's the most tragic thing ever. You're samboing and caping for the very people who turned around and offed you. So yeah, people are legitimately, and they're justifiable in looking at the backgrounds of people who get harmed by their white significant others. Because a lot of times these people harbor a lot of anti-black views. And a lot of these people are a lot of non-FBA folks. So you should question people. And we don't wish any bad or harm on anybody. We want everybody to get justice. But if you sitting up here talking about black, you'd rather bang a dog than a black bitch. Well, nah, we ain't really about to get out here and stomp that hard for you. We ain't about to do all that now. Or get your family to do all that. Or get you some white women to stomp for you. Where the white women at, right? Go get you a whole crew of white women, right? Where they at? Just like these divestors. Every other week you see a divestor end up missing. And the minute they end up missing, the family runs to black men. That's the irony. They run to black men. Now these women sit up here talking about how black men ain't shit, and boy, get you a zaddy. The zaddy is the knight in shining armor. The black men can't do nothing for me, and whoop de whoop. And the minute you get harmed, y'all up in our face. All of a sudden, your family becomes the most blackest family on earth after your bedwenching and backfired. I don't wish no harm on nobody, but yeah, don't run up on us if you've been bedwenching to your own chagrin. Don't have your family call us or you get jumped on by Zaddy. That's another thing. Y'all get up here talking about how you better get you a Zaddy, and then Zaddy start whooping down on you. Then all of a sudden you running around us singing, Black brother, black brother, black brother, like no other. I don't want to hear the Black Brother song. Don't come singing Black Brother. I don't want to hear it. You see, got to be on code at all times. Got to be on code at all times. Um, that's why questioning backgrounds are very important. That's why we were risking our lives during the whole so-called Black Lives Matter wave that happened in the 2000 teens. This is why it morphed into the delineation movement because many of the activists and influencers, we were putting our lives on the line for many of these causes. We were out here in the streets heavy. We're out here yelling at the police, yelling at the mayors, yelling at the prosecutors, getting folks out of jail, going to marches, protest uprisings. Just we're really out here heavy, putting our lives on the line. And we saw some of these non-FBA people do a lot of inappropriate off-code things. Like just like the nail in the coffin for me personally was the Amber Geiger case. You know, after that case, that made me really stomp harder for our lineage. That was the one case, that was the we were dealing with tether nonsense before then, but that case right there made me personally want to say, hey, I'm going to prioritize stomping for our lineage. You know why? Because with that Botham John case, and Botham John, him and his family, they're Caribbean. They are Caribbean. And we were doing a lot of investigative independent journalism on Amber Geiger. We were pulling up old text messages of hers, and law enforcement, they were trying to delete a lot of stuff, and we were catching it. We were catching her family members throwing up white supremacist hand signals, and we were just doing a lot of investigative work on the ground and putting it out there, and really, really piling it on so that case could go where it needed to go, which was working. We were getting charges on her. We were making sure that she was going to face justice. And when during that trial, they appear hugging that woman, that made me so damn mad. They appear hugging on her and all that old bullshit. Man, we started, listen, we started hollering at these lawyers about that bullshit. We let them know, y'all better cut that hugging shit out. Man, we out here risking our lives. Man, we got the FBI coming to my house every other week questioning me, and we on watch list, and I done been banned from going over to other countries because we're out here stomping for people and trying to make sure we're producing justice and making sure that people get real charges on them. And then we do all this work on the ground, and we got targets on our backs now. We getting swatted. Many of them running up in our house with guns and shit. And then y'all niggas up there hugging on this bitch? Hell no. That really pissed me off. I let them lawyers know. Don't be doing that shit no more. We ain't risking our lives for y'all to be sitting up here caping because there's a check somewhere y'all waiting on. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing all that bullshit. And then what I didn't like about Botham John's family, they got some money, and then what they did, y'all remember what they did? Botham John's family, they put up a damn scholarship for Caribbeans. Y'all remember that? Look that up. Botham John's family, yeah, they got some money, and then they created the Botham John Scholarship, but only for Caribbeans. All right, this. That's what I was on. All right, that's what we on. All right, that's what it is then. Y'all look that up. You see, don't let nobody tell us we're divisive. That's why I ain't about to sit up here and I'm on watch list for these niggas and they sitting up here looking out for the people in their ethnic group. That. You dig? So if we doing that, okay, well, I'm looking out for my damn ethnic group. If that's what it is, if that's it, that's what it is then. We're gonna keep that same energy. So that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. We all here doing all this work and then they gonna look out for their group. They always do that shit. They do that shit all the time. These other groups, we stomping for them, and we on some, hey, we all brothers, and we all got to look out for each other. And then they get like a leg up, and then they make sure they cut everybody else out, and they look out for their damn group. And then when we start talking about looking out for foundational Black American interests, they start talking about divisiveness. Kiss my ass. We doing the same thing y'all do. And if it's good for you, it's good for us. We're gonna look out for our group first. And again, I'm cool with everybody. I don't want to see no injustice done on anybody, but I prioritize foundational Black Americans. That's where I am with it. Oh, Dr. Barry is in the building. Dr. Barry is in the building. Should we get Dr. Barry, long-winded Dr. Barry on here? Okay, before, you know what? I'm going to get Dr. Barry on, but I'm going to get my brother Xavier in here too. I'm going to get Xavier in here, then I'm going to get Dr. Barry in here. All right, because Xavier got the energy.
Oh, hey man, how y'all feeling, man?
How you doing, brother? Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just cooking and everything. First thing I want to do was I wanted to mention the topic real quick. I got two things.
go ahead.
Okay. Now, you know that Trump is in a pretty much an economic war with China and they want to take them down, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, here's the thing that's going on. China right now is having their economy is so bad that most of the millionaires and billionaires like Alibaba and everything, they're trying to get their money out of China. They're doing everything they can to get out of China, but the Chinese CCP, they're doing everything to keep them inside of China.
Mm.
See, most people don't realize that you can't take more than $50,000 outside of China without government approval.
Oh, damn. Okay.
See, and again, see, this is the thing. Now, when I'm looking at Trump, this is why you have in Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore. This is why you have all those That's why you have all those casinos and gambling establishments.
Yeah.
It's a way for the Chinese millionaires and billionaires to wash their money and send it overseas.
Oh, okay.
See, this is why you see all in California as well as in Canada up in Vancouver. This is why you see that big influx of mainland Chinese because most of them are CCP relatives, the relatives of CCP officials.
Okay.
See, and that's how that is. So the one thing is what Trump wanted to do was say, okay, you can get residency for $5 million. What I'm thinking he's doing is I'm thinking he's gonna try to break China with that.
Mm.
He's gonna get all their billionaires and millionaires because the closest thing to China is Taiwan.
Yeah.
So the thing, and our semiconductors and our chip manufacturers are primarily based there.
Okay. Yeah.
So as well as Apple. So the things I'm looking at, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You really want to, and all of China's economy is based upon the U.S. dollar
Yes, it is. Yeah.
because you can't none of the Chinese money is accepted overseas anywhere.
Mm. Okay.
They can't export it. Nobody takes it.
Wow. Wow.
See, and remember the first time I called you and I told you about the whole Evergreen situation where it was 10 times larger than the prime real estate mortgage scandal.
Yeah.
It's still not fixed.
Mm. And-
See, so with Trump making nice with Putin right now, winding this situation up in Ukraine, and then what they're looking at doing is they're probably going to end up looking at isolating China and breaking it.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
Well, it's deep because I mean, most. I mean, I'm not condescending to anybody, but most of the brothers and sisters, they don't live internationally out here, especially in this region.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have to live in this because pretty much my survival depends on it. So I pay a lot of attention to this. I'm like, oh, okay. So 5 million gold card. Now you notice he said residency and a path to citizenship.
Okay.
He didn't say you're getting citizenship. He says you're getting permanent residency.
Okay.
See, people here's another thing. The Japanese are doing the same thing.
Okay.
Because you have like especially around Ginza, you have like a lot of Chinese millionaires. See, if you're not Japanese, you ain't voting. You can forget that. It ain't happening, and you're not becoming Japanese.
Yeah.
But in the States, it's like you still ain't voting. You're just getting residency. That doesn't give you voting rights. But again, that gets that money in there. That gets you away. That gets them away from the CCP as well. So that's one thing. Second thing I wanted to talk about, as far as like these tethers and everything, as far as like all this diversity and all that, it's just, anytime you see this, what is it? Some hardcore. It's always the tethers that you remember your girl Cola Booth.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Used to be Osama bin Laden's bed wench.
Right. Yes.
See, now if you notice that whole diversity situation, she's the one that kicked that bad boy off, where it was like really, really loud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm pretty much done, man. So
my man,
be safe, man. All right, and make sure you check your itinerary, man.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. Thank you, brother. Dr. Barry, what's up, brother? Dr. Barry? What the hell is Dr. Barry over there doing?
Yeah, how you doing, Tariq? Brother Tariq.
How you doing, Dr. Barry?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'm fine. I want to call you from now, Dr. Tariq and Brother Tariq, my African brother, my Black American brother. So how you doing? What's up? What's happening today? I just saw you talking about President Donald Trump's 5 million gold card.
How do you feel?
I think it's likely a reference.
Now, how do you feel about that gold card proposal?
Well, for the first time, we need to understand it first. Right now, a lot of people don't understand what it means. They're just speculating, and if you try to see, it's likely a reference to the challenge or a stunt where Donald Trump, known for his flashy and luxurious lifestyle, is offering the United States people a reward, symbolizing a gold card, and to anyone who could provide private information or proof relating to specific issues or controversies. That's what I think Donald Trump is doing. And I'm looking at first politics during his presidential campaigns and terms. Trump made numerous bold claims and promises, such as building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border, repelling and replacing Barack Obama's health care, and creating jobs for the people of the United States. And also in business, Donald Trump is a businessman and real estate developer, which he inherited from his father. Trump also made bold claims about his properties, projects, and deals, sometimes exaggerating, I think, about their values and successes and all that. And also, Donald Trump is also interested in media and entertainment. Trump, a former reality TV star, frequently made bold claims and management statements to generate publicity and attention for the people of the United States because of what he got. And remember, on Twitter, again, Trump is known for his active Twitter presence, where he often makes bold claims and announces unexpected decisions and engages in controversies. These are some of the examples of the bold Donald Trump 5 million gold card. We should be expecting offering, claiming, and also promising, and also offering at the same time. And you see, this will affect the African people living in the United States. It's going to give the Black people the opportunity to understand that Trump is for the world, and Trump is ready to help rebuild Africa so that the congestion in the United States by Black people will reduce.
There you go. Thank you so much. Dr. Barry's going on and on and on, don't he? He goes on and on and on. All right, it's Dr. Barry. Shout out to Dr. Barry. Much respect to Dr. Barry. Let's get African Pride in the building. African Pride.
Hey, what up, Tariq?
What's going on, African Pride? How are you?
Not much. A couple things. One, I wanted just to clarify about the Botham John scholarship. It was for all Black people, right? But it did prioritize Caribbeans. But I want to just mention that it was for all Black people.
But if
That
it
was-
prioritizes Caribbeans, that means it's gonna go to Caribbeans, all right? Yeah, that shit was for Caribbeans. When they say it's gonna prioritize Caribbeans, that means it's gonna go to a Caribbean, right?
Yeah, but not all the money's going to Caribbeans. Some money's going to be allocated to the other Black contestants. But
Not really.
the-
Not. But go ahead. What else, African Pride? You just saying stuff. But go ahead. What's up?
yeah, but the other thing is that, like, you're trying to turn this on the tethers. To me, it seemed like a tether hate crime.
What?
You know,
what's the
a white supremacist shot a Black immigrant, and then a FBA judge gave her the alley-oop, pretty much gave her a light sentence, and then after the sentence, gave her a Bible and a hug. That to me was like, damn, she rolled with the white supremacist over the Black immigrant, and like that was like a breakthrough moment I had. I was like,
But the Black immigrant's family was in there hugging on her, though. So what does that mean? What does that say?
but you can't. I mean, they're traumatized family members. You can't depend on them. It's her job to deliver justice in the first place. You can't depend on them. You don't know what's going through their minds. They just lost their brother. Brother just got shot in the face eating some Cheerios.
Yeah, but yeah, your job ain't to get up there and hug the woman that just off your family member. What the hell you hugging her for?
Exactly. It wasn't her job. Her job was to deliver justice, not give her a light sentence and a hug in the Bible.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm talking
It's understandable that he would do something off.
family set it off though. The family sat up there on some forgiveness nonsense, and then that trickled down to everybody else. We might as well give a light sentence because the family forgave, and that's what some of the jurors said. The jurors saw that hug and they saw all that forgiveness, so that made them want to give a light sentence. That's what the jury agreed to. That's where all that forgiving and all that nonsense comes from. That's why you don't do that. So the family shouldn't have been out there doing all that hugging, right?
But what I saw was an FBA judge was put in position to produce justice for her.
But keep ignoring that the family were the ones that set it off, his own brother. So you
But
can,
can I make it this point real quick? I mean,
you've already made your point, which is to deflect from that fact. So what else you got? What else you got to say? What else is going on?
and then you see a immigrant judge like Judge Olu Stevens producing justice in Louisville for FBA.
Now, what immigrant
Right?
from? Is Judge Olu an immigrant?
Yeah, well, he's Nigerian, and he's producing justice for the brothers in Louisville. While you got FBAs like Cameron Johnson, who dropped the ball in the Breonna Taylor case.
Prove that Olu Stevens is Nigerian. Prove
He
it.
is Nigerian.
Prove it.
It's some Black immigrant riders out here and some FBA.
No,
I
don't think he's Nigerian. Stevens is not a Nigerian name, sir.
His name is Olu.
Right.
I mean,
right. There's a lot of people.
It don't get more obvious than that.
But no, Stevens. There's a Stevens in Nigeria? I don't think he's Nigerian. And I love Olu Stevens.
But my last point though is I noticed that you've been evading this topic. But
hold on. So slow down. Don't be in here lying. That's what I'm saying. Because I know a lot of the tethers, y'all just kind of used to lying. Y'all say shit because that's kind of normalized in your village, but you don't have to do that here. Now, what's the last thing you want to say, sir? Go ahead.
Yeah, I noticed you've been evading this topic, but I wanted your thoughts on You said Trump didn't do anything to harm FBAs, but he did sign a couple executive orders, and he just fired this top general that was FBA. Can I have your thoughts, please,
What about it?
on why he just out of the blue just fired this very qualified FBA outstanding general and replaced him with a DEI white tether?
A white tether? Where's the white tether from?
Oh, well, he replaced him with some white DEI.
Right. There's been a lot of people that's been reshuffled and fired, and from the old administration, they're doing a whole overhaul. So yeah, that don't mean anything. What does that have to do with anything?
None. That was just my final thing. I wanted your thoughts on
And there's
him replacing
enough,
FBA general with
there's been
some
nothing but
DEI white guy.
a lot of people getting fired. Joy Reid got fired. Just a lot of folks are getting fired. And Eric Adams, we talking about that. The Democrats are trying to prosecute Eric Damn Adams. So there's a lot of shuffling around of black military, black politicians, black media from the Democrats and the right. So yeah, we're not gonna sit here and just point to one black dude who just happened to get fired. And the Democrats got rid of your fellow tether, Joy Reid. They're trying to prosecute Eric Adams. So yeah, there's black folks getting fired and tossed around all over the place. So that's normal. We get fired and tossed around all the time. So that's nothing
But
we're discussing.
did you have to kick her while she was down? Like that was kind of messed up.
My
I mean,
Joy Reid, who tried to put a target on our backs, talking about foundational black Americans are Russian bots. You know how dangerous that shit was?
all right, but I mean, I don't like the image of a black woman crying all over the internet. It's just weird to me.
I don't like a tether sitting up on national TV talking about our lineage are Russian bots when we're asking for tangibles for our vote. I don't like that either. Right?
All right. Shout
Uh,
out to the FBAs.
thank you, sir. Yeah, we don't owe no Joy Reid nothing. That woman put a target on our backs. This is a non-FBA woman who's an immigrant getting on national TV telling us because we want tangibles, we're a misinformation campaign. And you think we give a damn about her crying? We don't owe her nothing. Y'all know what kind of target that put on our backs? That woman, like Professor Black Truth broke that down. That woman was trying to, that was some signal boosting to get us deplatformed, some of the influencers and some of us on the grassroots. That was to put a target on our backs. I don't give a damn about her getting canned. You understand? That woman put a damn target on all of us with that nonsense. We're up here saying, hey, we would like to get something for our vote. If we vote for something, we would like something in return, just like all of these other groups, just like her family. Her family, they get stuff from the damn government. We would like tangibles. If we're going to get out here voting and putting all of these people in political positions, we would actually like to benefit from the shit. And then she hopped her musty ass on TV talking about we're Russian bots and it's a misinformation campaign. And she named us, Foundational Black Americans, talking about if they ask for tangibles, that's a misinformation campaign. We don't owe her nothing at all, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me get a couple of more people in here. We ain't gonna be on here too long. I see Yoshi G down there. What's up, Yoshi? I see you. All right. Let's get one more good one in here. Because we ain't gonna be in here all night. Let's get one more good one. Y'all raise your hand if you are ready. Raise your hand if you're ready. Who is engineer 3 kids? Who is engineer in here? Engineer, hop on in, brother.
Hi, good evening, Tariq. Been a long time listener. I do appreciate all the work and advocacy you do online every night and educating the people. So I want to first big up you and thank you very much for all you do. Um, Real quick question for you. Just watching kind of some of the moves that Elon's doing and this supposed Doge team's doing, they're making a lot of noise and they're kind of inventing a lot of numbers also as far as what their anticipated savings that they've actually found. But I can't help get the feeling that this is really a big finesse somehow look this way. Look what all we're doing here. We've kind of they fired all the IGs and all the watchdogs along the way, and you know to actually watch out and protect the people here in the United States. I just have the feeling that we're about to see a huge theft on some level that we've never seen before. Like these rich people aren't for us, the regular people, and for somehow Trump got. I mean, the voters are obviously were very frustrated, but something big is coming that I don't think we've ever seen before. And
Who
what
do
do
you
you
think
think?
theft? Who's going to do the theft?
What I mean, I don't believe that the intentions that this Doge team has, that this administration has, is actually they're saying one thing, but I don't think actually that's really what's going on. Like something else. I mean, I just have to. Do you think that this whole thing, this big show that they're putting on, is actually gonna? I mean, obviously they're gonna give themselves tax cuts, but something else bigger feels like is on the way that
And
they're
what do you
planning.
like what? Because you're just being very vague. So think is
Well,
big.
I mean, isn't it unusual that an administration is asking for loyalty pledges and to keep your job? I mean, the team that the IT team that resigned today, you know, they were uncomfortable about the information and some of the things they were being asked to do regarding the American people's information um, being handed over to the Doge team and what they were going to do with it. I mean, that's not typical.
Now, did you support Kamala in the last election?
I did not.
Did you vote for Trump?
I actually did.
Okay.
I actually did, and that I could not support Kamala. I mean, it wasn't possible. The ladies in my house did, but no, we definitely needed a change, and Kamala was not it for me.
Right.
I'm very concerned as I do. So I'm watching these town halls. Other Americans are finally kind of like, hey, what's going on here? Also, and so I'm just kind of. Do you have any overbearing sense of dread or some type of feeling that something else is afoot, or do you feel like do
No,
you?
because look, because as a foundational Black American, we don't really have dread and worry. A lot of people in the dominant society do because we've already had all of the dread done to us. So there's nothing new. There's nothing new they're going to do that's going to make us be like, oh, we're in trouble. We've always been in trouble. So if they do some finessing, it's like, oh, okay, that's what they do, because we're always getting finessed by the government. Like I said earlier, there's always some kind of janky land grab they're doing on us. We get this shit all the time. Again, I was just down in the South, down in Alabama. The people are telling me about the little janky land grabs that the state and the city officials are trying to do. So we're always constantly getting bureaucratic scams ran on us all the time. Some type of systematic state sanctioned finesse going on with us. So it's like if we see another one, it's like, yeah, up to their old tricks. But now people in the dominant society, some of their money is out there on the table, and people are like, oh, what's going on? No, some of my money is being looked at. Some of these nonprofits, these other groups are running because a lot of people have been scamming and finessing, and some of the scammers are now upset that the scam is being exposed. You see, their scams are being exposed. They've been sitting up here. The Democrats have been finessing all of this money. The Trump administration, they're exposing all of these little pockets of resources that they've been hoarding quietly and covertly. So now everybody's shaking. They're like, oh, Trump might have something else up his sleeve. Yeah, well, Trump is getting revenge. Trump is getting revenge on the Democrats, as he should. I would too. If they were trying to prosecute me. And if you swing, you better not miss. And they missed. They tried to put janky charges on him, and this man got back in power. So it's like, it's hammer time. It is hammer time. And he's swinging the hammer on everybody. Yeah. So things are getting real out here, which is good. Shake the table up. I ain't got no problem with it. All right, let me get up out of here, guys. It's been real. It's been very, very real. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Give a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. That's how we stay afloat from the Black grassroots. hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Also go to rootworkstyle.com. Get that Rootwork deodorant, the best deodorant in the world, rootworkstyle.com. All right, I'm up out of here. Papi Akute, Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.
You've heard the buzz. You've seen the media stories. Now experience the truth for yourself. Microphone Check, the critically acclaimed documentary uncovering the true origins of hip-hop. Available now on Blu-ray and streaming on Amazon Prime. Visit microphonecheck.com to learn more and get your copy today. Microphone Check, the story hip-hop was waiting for.